Colleagues, my work is very simple today, to read the speech of the Principal Secretary, Ministry of Environment and Forestry, Dr. Chris, Assistant FAO Representative to Kenya, UNDP Representative, Representative of Africa Development Bank, Dr. Olufunso, my colleague Amos, the Principal Administrative Secretary, the National Treasury, CEO Council of Governors, colleagues from KEPSA, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I am indeed delighted to be part of this important launch event this morning, as it comes at the time when the world leadership is converging at Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, for 27th Conference of Parties to discuss climate change issues. Indeed, Sustainable Development Goals and Paris Agreement reconfirm that growth and development cannot continue without all countries tackling climate change and boosting environmental sustainability. Transitioning from the current development pathway to a low-carbon, climate-resilient one will require significant investment and innovation. And more importantly, a shift in the way governments and private sector make decisions. To support partner countries in this context, the development cooperation providers will need to better engage with the private sector to mobilize resources, knowledge, and innovation for addressing climate change and promoting green growth. Colleagues, the importance of tackling climate change and other environmental issues is now well recognized by different partners, private sectors. Indeed, the financial sector has acknowledged that addressing global environmental challenges, such as climate change, is key to managing business risks and ensuring long-term returns on investment. Optimizing resource use and improving environmental performance also help companies reduce costs, streamline operations, and increase efficiency. In addition, the need for innovative solutions in the areas of climate change mitigation and adaptation is an opportunity for companies to develop new products and services and serve new markets. In Kenya, the government and private sector have cultivated cordial working relationship over the years. It is important to know that the Ministry of Environment, in compliance with the Constitution and the Climate Change Act 2016, has always ensured that private sector is fully involved in climate change actions in our country. It is important also to note that private sector has explicit membership in the National Climate Change Council, which is the apex decision-making organ in our country. This ensures that private sector issues are well addressed at the highest level in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ministry appreciates the support of the development partners represented here today by FAO and UNDP in the unwavering support to both the public and private sectors on climate change agenda in our country. We note that FAO supported KEPSA in the development of the private sector strategy on climate change solutions 2022-2030, using a consultative and multi-stakeholder approach, hence the reason why we are gathered here this morning. The strategy complements realization of the Kenya's National Determined Contribution, NDC, and serves as the basis of private sector-driven decisions on climate change. It also represents the basis of business commitments towards enhancing climate change mitigation and adaptation actions through investment, awareness creation, and directing resources for combating climate change. Ladies and gentlemen, further, we also note that through the support of UNDP under the NDC support program, the Ministry of Environment and Forestry developed the draft private sector's climate change engagement framework, which provides for effective coordination of climate change actions. I'm happy to note that the private sector has gone a step further to establish the Climate Business Information Network, CBIN, to coordinate the climate change actions among different private sector players and become the link to the public sector on climate change on behalf of the private sector players. Further, I hope that this strategy and the CBIN will enhance private sector's active participation in action that address climate change impacts in the country, while catalyzing their potential to mobilize climate finance. The PSA is now my pleasure to officially open the process of launching the strategy, as well as unveiling the Climate Business Information Network. I thank you all. I think on behalf of myself and the organization I represent, National Environment Management Authority, I want to take this opportunity to congratulate KEPSA for this great launch of the strategy on climate change solutions. A number of us will be in Sharm el-Sheikh, I think from 6th, with the world leaders for the 27th session. And there was a report released recently by UNEP, which depicts a very bad picture on our climate. The Emission Gap Report 2022. And as a global community, I think we are falling short of Paris Agreement goals. We cannot see a credible pathway towards 1.5 degrees Celsius target. We are indeed headed for 2.8 degrees Celsius global heating by the end of this century. What we require is an urgent, system-wide transformation to avoid climate catastrophe. We have to work, we have to do something. Because we do not have a planet B. We only have one planet. And we must have a just transition to low carbon future. And I think the private sector voice is very key in this. And I'm happy that the private sector is coming out very strongly to participate in this. And I wish to sincerely thank all of you, because as we say, this is our life, and it's our responsibility, individual and collective responsibility. I thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, our chief guest and all protocols observed. We now invite you to the lounge desk, where we'll have So I want to invite us now to join our chief guest in the launch of the business case report as organized by KEPSA. I don't know whether everyone can see those who are seated far behind, or you want to squeeze yourself this way, or you want to stand or something like that. And then we shall take a few photos after he is done. So, are you ready this morning? So at the count of 3-0, our chief guest is going to lead us into unveiling the reports. All right. Good. If you're ready, then we go. So 3, 2, 1, 0. Let's appreciate. And there, by the hand of our chief guest, the launch of the business case report is officially opened and launched. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. As soon as the fireworks are over, we'll take a few photos here, as will be helped by Faith Gigi. But let's have the chief guest together with all the speakers that we had this morning. We start with taking that photo. So I think we'll need to stand somewhere here. Yeah. So.
Jeff and Tim, kindly, we needed to do the 3 before we do the photos. Yeah, the business case for investing in climate change is a report that has been prepared to clearly explain that there is a case for private sector to invest in climate change going forward. That climate change is not a government affair only, neither is it a civil society agenda alone, and there is a reason to invest in climate change. And therefore now there is a very good evidence-based report that says that. And in addition, it presents the many opportunities. It has a list of, you see a lot of organizations. That's beautiful.
Madam Faith join, and then we shall roll the other reports, and then we shall continue with the photos. Agatha?
Okay, thank you. So let's go to the second one. I'll ask you not to go very far away. Please don't go far away. We launch now the private sector strategy on climate change 2022-2030. Join me in celebrating this. This is major. Please celebrate with me up here.
Some round of applause.
Officially, the private sector in Kenya has a strategy for how we will implement solutions. We are calling them solutions, not problems. No more problems, but good solutions from private sector going forward. So let's take the photo again, our key guests. Put some nice music on the cannot be shouting. Thank you very much. Don't go far away again. Hang around, hang around. Then now we do the last launch. And the last launch, as they always say, we Kenyans have very good policies and strategies. Our problem is implementation. So for this one, we tried to think from the beginning to the very end and ensure that the strategy has an implementation platform. And the implementation platform is the Climate Business Information Network Kenya.
Oh, great.
Oh, there it goes. Oh, join me, there it goes. Now, CPIM guys, you're in the house. This is your day. Please welcome. Yeah, this is nice. I took away the fireworks. Okay, so we take photos also again. And I see CPI members itching. Itching to take these photos, but don't worry, in a short while it is your time. CPI, please don't interject. Just a bit, Jackie. One moment, you will take that photo. That's why I kept on coming in and out. Yes, please come, Karen. Come.
You need to give Mamo the report for private sector. Martha and Emily giving Mamo and somebody else from government, the national treasury. Then the four guys will give that way. You're giving the government your report. So now I know Mamo Yes, so hawa ndo wako angle.
Acha niweke nienda
And then there is yeah.
One of your biggest strengths.
Sorry for disorganizing the photos. They are better now.
So let's have the chief guest with the CPI members. I know they wanted this photo. Our chief guest, please. You still are supposed to be up. So let me have Hamisi FAO with us. Our chief guest, National Treasury, please come up. CBI members, where are you? Please come for this photo. I know you want it. Climate Business Information Network members, those of us who actively engaged in the platform as CBI for the last 2 years. It's your time for your group photo. Oh, you are the whole house. Please organize yourselves. Karen, organize the others. Kevin. Kevin, organize this photo. You'll be taking group photos. Please organize yourselves.
You guys are
You need to ensure that our chief guest is with you. Some of you have been squatting for a while. Today you're wearing the suit. Not a problem.
sit on the podium.
Yes, like that. Yeah. Songa mbele kidogo. So give you the book also.
Mwangalia hapa kwa kamera. Team Banana.
Okay, thank you very much. So we needed one last photo with the chief guest and the governing council of KEMSA. Yeah, we have quite some leaders, sector leaders who've shown support for the sector. Wairimu, Wamoi, I saw Gikonyo, Adada is here. Who else is a sector lead who is around? Yeah, please take that photo. Hamisi, can you join this? Is there another sector leader in? Dr. Wandaka, where are you? Yeah. Any sector leader again in the room? Sector board leader, vice chair, chair. Okay. Check that photo.
All right, sawa. Sasa labi chana kidogo.
Okay, Georgia, look at there, chair of energy. Now take that photo nicely.
All right, everyone looking at the camera, looking here. Okay, face smiling. Nice.
Thank you very much. With that, we come to the end of the photo. So we will take more photos. So chief guest needs to receive something from a CBIN member or their part. Okay, fine. I take back the program to video.
Thank you, Faith. That was a good session. We are now coming to an interesting time also, where we'll share in the tea break. So we have two tables. We have or two stations, serving stations. So there is one inside the hall somewhere on my far left. Not sure I can see it. And there is one outside here. So we will go for a tea break. It runs now it's 10. So we will go up to 10:30, up to 10:30. We have the tea, and then we'll be back for the rest of the program. I want to ask our chief guests and the team to be the ones to be served first, and then these first two other tables. So we have this table 1, table 2, table 3. So we may serve from outside. Is there any table set as serving station? There's nothing. So we all go outside and do the thing set here. So we'll start with table 1 here with the chief guest